for, I don't know, the last 5 years?
Since he was playing in junior competitions, I was just gonna
Probably
say
not in the juniors, actually.
Yeah,
I would suspect he was getting a lot of points in the juniors.
the 4 candidates in player 2. So, yeah, a lot of basketball players. So the games are underway.
This is very enjoyable because MVL has been introducing kind of quieter openings into his repertoire, but today we are going to give an either of his game against Jan, and I don't know, perhaps since the word has disappeared from our broadcast, I should use the word residual. I'm not sure about how much residual neither prep is left. Okay.
I mean, I was gonna say Bishop B5 check has kind of like prevented anybody from playing.
But
the
specifically
Nidor.
with this move order,
Yeah.
this is weird.
It is an unusual move order, but if black goes knight bd7, it transposes into a position which actually has been discussed quite a bit recently via the normal bishop b5 check move order. I'm more interested in what the plan is against bishop d7. I suspect it might be bishop d3, question mark, because I really dislike the idea of trading those bishops this early, but maybe we just go knight c3 and ignore.
You're trying to prove that the bishop is worse.
Yeah, knight c6. Actually, looking at this,
on d7 and on
knight
c8.
c6 is just so comfortable.
What we were saying is that players who are trying to play the Nidorf these days are really getting annoyed by the move bishop b5 check. I understood, Peter, that the reason
There's this sort of a newfangled way of playing this position where they take, not with the queen, but actually with the knight. I've done this myself, and Magnus has done this. Yeah, knight, and after knight f6, you can actually leave the pawn on f4 and freeze and castle. And this has been a topic of some discussion recently. It's not that stupid, really. There's also the and the sort of the somewhat more conservative, but maybe slightly more weird move instead of castles here, which is also quite topical and has been played by very strong players, is bishop b5 d3 here.
No kidding.
Which really does look like, it's a novice playing these moves, but it really isn't. There is a point to luring the knight to d7 where it cannot really go to c6, which is really the best square for c6.
To attack this knight on d4. After bishop b5 check, do we have a move? No, MVL's just thinking
not just yet.
things over, and Alejandro
c7, e5, g takes, e6, queen takes.
Still, after the move knight b8, f4 has happened, we do see that MVL and Nepo seem to be repeating. They play pretty quickly, and it feels that Maxime got about as much as you can from the position, but there's not that much. There's a queen g1 check that you could throw in. The king would have to go, let's say, all the way to f3, but because you're stuck on h1 and
we
g1,
do have a repetition.
we do have the repetition with the draw. Probably Nepo not thrilled about how the draw occurred, but
I think by the end of it,
by
he's
the end
quite
of it,
happy,
yeah,
by the
pretty
end of
happy.
it, it's fine, yeah. We know the engine was giving Maxime a very large advantage at some point, considering the symmetrical nature of the position and the lack of obvious glaring weaknesses. But it was one of those where I think against accurate defense, you never know exactly how much better you are, and you feel like I've tried something, it didn't pay off. I don't think I'd be able to be broken-hearted about not winning that position.
How about the game of Richie versus Lanier? See this pawn on g5, and usually I get myself